Hey folks, today we're going to take a deep dive look at this Peach Guitars exclusive Fender American Vintage II 61 Strat. Hey folks, my name's Jack. Welcome to Peach Guitars. As I mentioned there in the introduction, we're going to take a little look at one of the coolest guitars that I've seen in stock for some time. This is a Fender American Vintage II 61 Strat, but with a slight difference. This is a Peach Guitars exclusive model that takes some special inspiration from a particular guitar that you may be able to see over my shoulder back there, one of John's original 60s Fenders. And the idea with this is to build off of the launch pad that Fender have with their American Vintage II guitar, which is already a fantastic guitar. A lot of players love those instruments. But let's just see how far we can push it, not only to get closer to that original guitar, but also to start knocking on the door of their custom shop models as well. So there are certain features on this guitar that we're going to run through that will exemplify that ideal. So to start with, having a 61 Strat as a template from which to start building is never a bad place to be. But there are certain things that John thought would be kind of player-friendly upgrades that a lot of players actually tend to do to their American Vintage or other Fender standard American guitars anyway. Stuff like putting in custom shop pickups. So these are custom shop Fat 60s single coil pickups. The middle pickup being a reverse wound, reverse polarity pickup as well, so you get the noise cancelling in the in-between positions. That alone is such a nice upgrade on the existing American Vintage guitar. Not that those pickups sound bad, but you just hear a little bit extra fidelity. They have a bit more punch. I find they're just a little bit more open sounding as well. So the whole idea with the American Vintage guitars across the board is that they kind of age with you as a player. So the longer you keep this guitar and the more you play it, the nitro finish will start to wear off naturally over time. Not wear off, but I mean it opens up, it starts to breathe more. And that's something that was previously reserved perhaps more for those custom shop level instruments. The fact that you have it here on a standard line American guitar is pretty nice. Way the neck feels, there's kind of a satinization on the back of the neck, gives you this really nice non-sticky kind of feeling, as well as a really nice AAA grade flame maple neck with a very dark slab rosewood board on the front. So it looks fantastic. It looks very similar, in fact, to that vintage guitar with its Brazilian rosewood board, but it feels a little bit more contemporary, in fact, because of the satin finish on the back of the neck. The nice thing is, though, that you still get the traditional gloss look to the front of the headstock design. There's a couple of things that you wouldn't necessarily visually notice, but you definitely feel them as you're playing. Specifically, you've got medium jumbo frets on this guitar, so bigger frets, perhaps a little bit easier to get the bends in on the higher strings. Coupled that with a 9.5-inch radius compared to the 7.25 that you get on the standard model, a little bit more player friendly for a wider variety of playing styles. Again, for bending, it's also a little bit more friendly for chord shapes as well. It's just one of those things that a lot of players naturally gravitate to, but don't necessarily know some of these details and the exact measurements. But this is what we wanted to kind of impart on this guitar to make it feel a little bit more comfortable the first time you pick it up. Okay, so tonally, I wanted to keep this video very, very straightforward. I'm playing this guitar through a lovely sounding Fender 62 Super amplifier. Nice and clean, and I've got a couple of pedals on the floor. I've got a Flint from Strymon for some reverb and trem. We've got a King Tone Blues Power Deluxe for the overdrive tones that you hear. And crucially, I've got an Origin Effects Cali 76 compressor. I think having a rig that's this simple and this kind of pure and honest sounding really shows what a great instrument this is and what a great marriage it is to a similar era of Fender amp design. Quite simplistically, I'm just going to give you an idea of what each pickup selection can be used for, or what it has been historically used for that you may have heard on recordings. These guitars, though, as you probably know, are one of the most versatile guitar designs in history, so there's a lot more that you can get out of a traditional 3 single coil style Strat. But here's a good few reference points for you to at least get started with. So the main thing hopefully that you can take away from this is that there are a lot of these elements that have been imported into this guitar from custom shop level specs, but in an instrument that's pretty much half of the cost of some of those guitars. You've got a really nice warmth from the rosewood board. The voicing of these custom shop Fat 60s pickups as well, I think, is just right for clean tones. When you put on the gain, it doesn't start to get ratty and thin. It's kind of, to a lot of players, arguably the perfect Strat, the perfect balance of all things. Yes, there are examples where you may want one of those earlier 50s kind of guitars or later guitars, but to me at least, I think this is one of the best representations of what a Strat is and what a Strat can do. Now, if you're interested in checking out some further details on this guitar, if you click the link down in the description below or in the top corner of this video and head to the website, you'll see that every single example of this Peach Guitars exclusive Strat is listed individually on the website with its own set of photos and its own weight. And that's quite crucial for picking out things like the level of flame maple that you might want on the back of the neck. There are lots of little details. Even though this is a fairly standard looking guitar, there are little differences between the Fiesta Red finish, the flame maple as I mentioned, and indeed the weight. So if you want to get uber specific about which guitar is right for you, all the info you would like to know will be listed on the website. So if you've enjoyed today's video and you want to see more from us in the future, be sure to like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you're notified when we post our future content. But until next time, take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.